Hello and welcome to How to Write a Short Film with me, Anthony Hett, the film coach. In this episode I'm going to be sticking with structure, but I'm going to be taking a quick look at the Dan Harmon Story Circle. For those of you unfamiliar with Dan Harmon and his work, he is a successful American screenwriter and showrunner who's probably best known for creating the sitcom Community as well as the animation series Rick and Morty. The Dan Harmon Story Circle is an 8-step story structure designed to help you create a complete and powerful story across a short period of time. It is modelled on something called the hero's journey, which is a story structure which has been used by multiple cultures around the world for pretty much as long as time. And it has been adapted so that it works well with short form content. The 8 stages of the Dan Harmon Story Circle are as follows. Step 1. The main character, also known as the protagonist, is found in their familiar surroundings, in their comfort zone. Step 2. Something that the character wants or needs is established. Step 3. They leave their familiar surroundings in order to go on a journey to find their want or need, and in doing so, enter into an unfamiliar situation. Step 4. In attempting to overcome the obstacles that stand in their way between them and their goal, they start to adapt to the unfamiliar surroundings. Step 5. They achieve their goal, satisfying their want or need. Step 6. In taking what they wanted or needed, they end up paying a high emotional or physical price. Step 7. They return to their status quo, their familiar surroundings. Step 8. Due to their experience on their journey, they return having changed in some way. So those are the steps of the Dan Harmon Story Circle, which I think is a really helpful tool to help you to write this engaging short story. However, of course, it's not the only way to write a story. Often with short films, they concentrate on a single incident or maybe a short period in time. It could be the day in the life of a character, for example. But even in these situations, often there is a problem that the character needs to try and overcome. And if you break down the majority of stories, they tend to fit in with either the story circle, or the 3-act structure, which I discussed in my previous video, or the hero's journey, which I will be discussing in my next video. Now, of course, not all stories fit in with these 3 structures. You get a lot of experimental films that don't tend to fit in with these structures. However, I think it's really important to try and understand the story circle, the 3-act structure, and the hero's journey as best you can. So I would recommend that you try and do a little bit more research to try and understand them as best as you can. So those are my quick thoughts on the Dan Harmon Story Circle. I hope that you found it helpful. I do think that it is a good way to look at story structure, especially for short content. So if you found this video helpful, give it a like, leave a comment below and share it with other people who you think might also find it helpful. If you want to learn a little bit more about the Dan Harmon Story Circle from the man himself, then click on the link in the description below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, then please do so and tick on the notifications so you'll be notified for my upcoming videos. My next video will be on the topic of the hero's journey.